Hi everyone. Well, this is the latest update on the rebuild of this Jeep's engine. As you can see, a bit of progress since the last update. Cylinder heads are on, which is the latest milestone, a really big milestone. What I call the third of four milestones in building the engine. The final one's going to be getting the timing set installed and the timing set up right. But at the third milestone, yeah, two cylinder heads are on now on this Jeep's V8 and torqued up. So this is one of those processes that definitely needs a second helping hand to hold the engine stand steady while we're torquing down the head bolts to angle because it's quite a bit of torque and the engine stand moves quite a bit, so couldn't have done it without the help of my brother. And at the same time, needed a bit of hand to actually lift the heads on to the block without running the risk of scratching the surface of the heads, making sure they're down on the dowel pins. So that was pretty cool. And you can also see I've got the oil pump in now and torqued down. It's a brand new oil pump because the old one was actually taken out by the timing chain when it came down. So that's in there too. And then just taking a look down a bit further, you'll see the new windage tray with the Velcro, its Velcro gasket around in place, and you'll see they all pick up also torque down as well. So pretty cool to see this all looking like it's pretty much back to normal. So next step will be to clean up the oil pan. That's one thing I'm not replacing, but we'll see how it goes. If it looks too dirty and hard to clean up, I'll potentially find a used one and put that on. And then we'll be pretty much ready to put the timing on. But I'll show you quickly some of the old parts. So this is the old windage tray, which, as you can see, looks pretty nice now. I didn't want to run the risk of putting that old gasket on or having to spend my time cleaning it. You can see the old oil pump, and you can see damage to it up the top there, where the chain, when the chain snapped, it took out a bit of the oil pump with it. So definitely not reusing that. And you can see the oil sump, the oil pickup tube. Actually, I'll put this down and I'll show you that too. Look how clogged that is up with crud. So you can see why this car had an oiling issue, because it just ended up getting clogged up with crud. Tensioner didn't get enough lubrication, and then the timing chain let go. And there's the pan that I've got to clean up. So it's a bit of a look at what we had before, and you can also see the head gaskets, which, while they're pretty messy, actually, when you look at it in closely, I think they actually weren't leaking at all or doing anything. They're holding up okay. And these are all the old parts that came from the engine that blew before. And I'll just quickly show you this timing chain, and actually I'll show you the guides that had snapped off, and look at that, pretty nasty. You can see the damage that's gone into those, and lots of scraping along here. And these are the chains that are in multiple sections. This one's actually, not all the chains went, this one's stayed intact. This one here, that's one of them stayed intact. One of the smaller ones stayed intact as well. So there's actually only the one that failed, and that's this one here. And I'll show you, we get close up here, zoom in, you can see that's where it failed. So yeah, that's a bit of a look at what we've got. Got a lot of extra parts because head bolts and things like that. I had two sets of cylinder heads, so only one of them was good. So I've got a few spare parts in case I ever need to put together another cylinder head. But yeah, a lot of these valves are bent, as you can see. You can see how bent they are. So that's kind of the catastrophe that happened from the original engine failure. But yeah, I'm rambling on now at this point. So there's the update. So next steps will be I'll probably get the oil pan, the timing cover, and potentially the new valve covers cleaned up professionally, and then I'll chuck those on. So I'll see you at the next update.